Live. Hello, everybody. This is the Akashic Academy's Spirit Sessions, A View of the Light. And have you ever wanted to be an author? Have you ever dreamed of writing articles? Well, this is your chance to break into the industry because we have a guest with us who can tell you what she needs, what to do, and any other questions you might have about this. Today, I am joined with my co-host, Teresa Warren. Bex is off sick today, and we're sending light and prayers and hoping for a quick and speedy recovery for her. Teresa, would you introduce our very special guest today?
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I totally love everything. This is Bridgette Sloane, and she is the editor of the Akashic Academy magazine, and she has helped me with my articles, and she has shaped the Akashic magazine into what it is now. And just like Rhonda was saying, if you have ever wanted to write for the Akashic Academy magazine, if you've got something to share and you want to know exactly what it takes to be that, we have got the woman for you. And she is so exciting, and she has dragon energy. You guys all know what that means to me, and I love it. And so, Bridgette, welcome to Spirit Sessions.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome. Hi, everyone. Very nice to meet you. I am Bridgette Sloane, and I am the editor-in-chief of the Akashic magazine. It is an international publication that comes out 4 times a year, and really it just focuses on information that will improve quality of life. Our primary focus is helping readers grow spiritually and express more of their divine potential through access to the Akashic records. So the magazine is actually an extension of the Akashic Academy. So by involving yourself with the Akashic Academy, the content within the magazine just helps to further that information for everyone. So it's been a really interesting journey and a lot of fun to work on, and I love learning about all the various modalities and different ways that people connect, and it's very, very eye-opening.
I love that. What is the range that we have? Like recipes, channelings? I mean, what is the whole range of articles that you're looking for?
We have everything from articles about multidimensional health, so holistic health, natural, complementary, alternative, fitness, aging, nutrition, food choices, stories of healing. Creating prosperity is a section that's all about business culture and politics and philosophy and how people are improving their business with access to the records. Ask the Records is Emily's section, if everybody's familiar with Emily, our founder. And that's where she interviews or has stories with people who are current or former students of the Academy. We always have channeling articles, so those are always very interesting. Mindful living is all about feng shui or gardening recipes. Anything that is tips or techniques to help people live more mindful experiences. Quantum realm is a section that is always very interesting. It explores and explains how everything in the tangible world comes into existence and our nature of reality that begins at a subatomic level. So that's very, very deep. And then poems and art. So artists, if you want to paint or provide any type of digital art, always looking for poems and fun little snippets of creative writing, and things can go there. And then we have myths, magic, and meditation, which are where our occult practices, tarot, crystals, guided meditation, so experiences people have with these types of things. So it kind of just runs the gamut. If you're wanting to submit an article that doesn't necessarily fit into those types of categories, our feature articles and those types can cover anything. So it doesn't have to fit in those specific channels, but those are the departments that we always have something for. If that makes, did that
Yeah.
answer your question? I feel like I'm rambling.
Oh, yeah. That's
Like that
awesome.
No, so that's a really wide range, eh?
Yeah.
It's a lot of information.
A lot of information. And you set this all up into that beautiful format that people can download for free. Have you got
Yes.
any idea, like, what's our readership so far, or like, how is it being? How many downloads? It must show that, or do you keep track of that
Yeah,
stuff?
I am actually not privy to that information. That would be a question for Emily.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the back end of it, so I do not have that information. That's an excellent question. I would love to know the answer to that. So I will make a note to ask her.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Emily, if you're watching, there's one.
she is she is privy to that information.
Now, Bridget, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, I know you were in the magazine. You had a cover of you and your family, which was I don't know if you all see that one. And I think you can get back issues, download back issues
Yes.
somehow. I'm not quite
Yes.
sure. Yeah, I have
All
to.
the archive stuff, they're at the same location.
Okay.
So yeah, the same place, the Akashic, what is it, the Akashic, I'm terrible at these. I need to write down
The
all of
Akashic
the
Academy
web addresses.
/ magazine, and then you
That,
can get
yes.
the download. I'll put all the links in the comments because they get kind of upset if we put websites in apparently. So tell us about your background and how you even came to meeting Emily in the the Akashic Academy, and how you came from where you were to where you are now.
So I came to the Academy because I was interested in exploring my life purpose, and I just all of my spiritual research and everything just kept leading me to the records. Check out the Akashic records, Akashic records, Akashic records. It's like, what is this Akashic record thing I keep hearing about? And that led me to Emily. I had a meeting with her, and she was like, yeah, I feel like you're just supposed to learn how to access these. And I was like, I'm kind of sensing that same thing too. So I started the journey of learning how to read the records, and that opened up all kinds of opportunities and awareness of why I'm here and what I'm supposed to do to help people. And it really opened my eyes as far as I'm a very creative person, but I've never applied that creativity to helping people outside of just straight graphic design. Someone needs a business card, someone needs a poster, those types of things. So to be able to work on a document of this magnitude is extremely exciting, and it just allows me to be extremely creative and utilize my gifts in the best way possible. So it's a lot of fun.
And so tell us about your family and where you live and all those
I'm from
nitty-gritty
Oklahoma
details.
City. Yeah, I'm from Oklahoma City, and I am married. My husband, Jesse. We have two daughters. Madison is 14, or she will be 14 in May, and Scarlett is 3. She just turned 3. So we are currently renovating our home. So I'm in my bedroom right now, being quiet. So my husband is adding an addition onto our house. I talk a little bit about it in that first issue. We were talking about books and how many books that I have, and I don't have a space for them all. So the plan is to put all kinds of bookshelves and places for all of my things, all of my crystals and
Oh, yes.
information. So
do you still play music too? Do you still?
I am a vocalist, so I don't actually play an instrument. My husband plays bass. I've been learning to play the ukulele.
Oh,
So we just
awesome.
purchased a ukulele, and Madison loves the ukulele. Every time she comes in, she's like, "Oh, I just need to play this. I just play this all the time. It's very fun." So we're very musically musically inclined, so we're always playing something around the house, but I'm a vocalist, so I'm constantly singing or humming or adding to the noise with a vocal element. But no, I used to do hard rock music, so I was the front woman of a rock band for several years, Teresa. So yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's really it's such a interesting way that our tribe is all kind of all different things everywhere. We've all kind of got our little it's like a mosaic, and we're all this picture of this beautiful picture of light, but we're all little different spots in that, and we all have our little space for that. But so. To anybody out there, please share this out to all your friends and out to all your pages, because we'd like to get people to download this fantastic magazine, because this month is called The Rise of the Light Worker. And it's just awesome. I mean, I get to print it out in color, so because I like because I do it at work, but. It's just a beautiful magazine, and but if you have it up on your screen and you're looking at it in the PDF form that they come, it's gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous looking magazine. So if you just like to look at pictures, it's beautiful. And so we want people to download the magazine. So you just go to the Akashic Academy webpage, akashicacademy.com, and you can go to /magazine, or you can just find it on the front page. And we also like you to share it out. So there's so many articles in here that just like you said, you described them. They're all over the place, but there's something in there for everyone, right?
And they're high five.
Yeah,
they keep
also,
your vibrations up.
Yeah.
I love that you print these out, because I do the same thing. I love to print them out and physically hold them in my hand. And being in the magazine industry, like I keep hearing the words print is dead. It's not. I'm very tangible, and I love to hold it in my hands and flip through it. So I love that you have that printed out, because I do the same thing.
I have my own library of them in different places. So I have them in both electronic and this form. But and on the back of this one, I thought that was brilliant. You put the schedule of all the Akashic Academy shows on the back of this one, so that can go on if you can only print out one, you can print out the back page, and then you can put that on your fridge so you can remember. But I'd like people, if they have any questions for Bridgette, just post them and I'll ask her. So guys, just post some questions
Bridgette,
if you have some.
what is the word limit on the articles? Does it depend on the kind of article, or what is the word limit?
It really does. Typically, we look for submissions between, let's say, 750 to 1,000 words unedited, with the goal of publishing 750 to 850. Longer articles can actually be broken down if you're wanting to write something that could be sectionable. One issue we can do the first part, and then the next time we can do a follow-up second part if it needs to be longer. But yeah, word limits, it just really depends on the content and if it serves the content to be a little bit longer or shorter. I am an editing Nazi, so when I get your stuff,
yes, I love that.
I do. I will edit it within an inch of its life if it needs to be. So that's one thing. Be prepared to be edited if you submit.
I hope to be edited.
Yeah, definitely. How many articles can we submit?
How many articles? You can submit as many as you feel inclined to do. I read everything that's submitted, so it's not. Yeah, everything gets looked at and has eyeballs look at it. And if you submit something that doesn't necessarily fit for this issue, maybe for future issues it'll fit. So keep a hold of that and find a place for it.
Yeah.
What is the thing for
Deanne
next
Albertson
time?
said, yes, please edit.
We don't have a theme picked for the July issue yet. Nick and Emily and I have a meeting on May 1st where we'll discuss all that. And we're still trying to get our methods wrapped around so it's structured, and we have a schedule, and we can all know what to expect. So we're still kind of new with everything, but we're getting there. We're getting more and more structured with everything. So
Awesome. I love what you've done. It's beautiful.
thank
It's beautiful
you.
to be a part of this. And so I so love that you came in with us.
Yeah, you edit another magazine. Well, I don't say you produce another magazine in your home state, don't you? So
I
I like
do.
how it's
Yeah.
you can kind of see this in this one. Not that it's because of the just because of the I imagine with the, which one do you do? It's a touristy magazine. So this looks like kind of a touristy magazine for the spiritual people. It's like there's lots of enticing pictures to draw you in, and there's lots of like it's just graphically it's beautiful. That's what I really enjoy about it.
Good. That one of my goals is to make the information interesting, entertaining, and enlightening, and visually pleasing to look at. So photographs are super important. I find myself using a lot of stock imaging, but stock imaging works with a lot of stuff like this, with content, this type of content. It kind of lends itself to, the more etheric and just the creatively shot images that aren't necessarily, they don't have to be a specific person, or they don't have to be, you know those various types of photos. So this
What apps do
this
you use for your stock pictures?
what apps?
Yeah.
Websites that we use.
Website.
Pixabay is a good stock
Yeah.
image, free, royalty free. That's the most important thing. I noticed when I first came on board with this, I was receiving images from a lot of my content writers that I was like, okay, where are these images coming from? And they're like, oh, I just Googled it. Just Googled it and
Yeah,
found it. And I was like,
exactly.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, let's not do that, because that's somebody else's work. And if you don't know where that's coming from, you're not crediting the artist. You're not crediting the
Right.
original creator of that
Right.
image.
I love
So
that.
yeah, so we've gotten away from using the Googled images, and we're using things from like Pixabay and stock photography. Pexels is another good one. So
Beautiful.
yeah, there's tons of sites out there where you can get free images to use for non-commercial, but commercial as well.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
you
fun.
take photos too, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I actually shot the cover photo for the one where it's my family. I shot that image, and yeah. So
And people, that's a hard picture to take when you get. That's awesome because I know how hard that is to take. You're running,
tripod
yeah.
and tripod and toddlers. That was a fun afternoon.
Yeah. To get one shot, right? Yeah,
hmm
it would be a lot of fun. That's awesome. Um, they I'm just looking to see, hey, you guys, you got any questions? She says, somebody said, I'm not a paying member of the Akashic Academy. Are these available for me to print them out?
I believe they're
Yes.
available to anyone. You don't have to be a
Yes.
member. So you can, the only thing you have to offer up is your email, I believe, to be able to get access to them.
Yeah. And then you get some like interesting emails from Emily. I think that's the downside. I mean, not the downside, that's the other upside of that. Deborah Williams says she has lots of inspirational verse. She's getting a book together. So, Deborah,
Hmm.
send in some inspirational verse. Hey, that would be
Ah,
fun. Yeah. So, um,
Love that.
okay. Tell us your most interesting experience so far in the Akashic Records. What kind of stands out for you when you've done the class and done the things?
I learned how to speak to the trees that are on my land,
Mm. Mm.
and discovered the ways that I can assist the land be what it wants to be. I'm a gardener, so anything that I can do to help the farm be as productive and as beautiful as it should be. I discovered that this was several months ago, so I'm having to dig deep to remember exactly what I was told, but there was a specific oak tree on the farm that was like, yes, so I've been here for a while and this land is not being used to its full potential. And it expressed that it really wanted to be permacultured. So it wanted to be more natural in the way that it was utilized versus being strictly just farmland for cattle. So it was like, yeah, I'd really like to see some various crops being planted other than just the wheat and the alfalfa that is being planted on it now. So it was very interesting, and the oak told me about some water problems that we were having underneath the soil. So looked into that, and there was a pipeline that we didn't know about that was causing some issues. So it was very interesting. It was a very interesting experience to learn that these types of things can communicate with you if you just listen. If you're willing to listen and ask. They've got all kinds of knowledge they want to share.
Yeah, well, I won't argue about trees talking because they're I'm surrounded by them, and you can they have such wonderful energy, and they love living in groups, and they're really cool. They're cool. Now, in your house, have you had any little experiences? Because I don't know if have you seen any orbs since you came on Go Past?
No,
But
I've been staring at her watching. I couldn't wait to see one. Yeah.
So when we were on the pre-show, like first thing, like boom, one came in by, and then another one by, and so and then Teresa saw one. So I was just wondering if you've had any experiences in your house especially since you've been renovating, and that usually kind of wakes up whatever's around. It kind of makes yourselves known.
We've had some interesting experiences. A lot of the energy that I have within my home, I work really hard to cultivate a harmonious and very calming and happy energy in the house. So that's the general consensus. Like, my husband's made multiple comments about he can be outside and he'll be stressed out, and he'll come home from work and he'll walk through the threshold of the door, and it's just like everything just gets lifted off of him, and he's just like, oh, I love being here. It's so just calming and comforting, and it's home. It just feels like home. It's like, good, yes, that's exactly what I was trying to accomplish. So I'm glad that it feels that way. And Madison has said the same thing. She'll be stressed out and anxious and just feeling like she doesn't know what to do, and she'll walk through the threshold into the house, and she's just like, oh, none of that matters anymore. It just doesn't matter. I'm home. I'm comfortable. I'm in this environment where I'm accepted and loved. And
how do you do that? How do you actually? What's the tricks to that? We need some. Well, we need some tricks to the trick on that too. Yeah.
Intention. A lot of intention. I burn a lot of candles, a lot of beeswax candles. I clean and make sure in my cleaning that it's very purposeful, clean with intent. Everything that you do it with intent, and it makes it that much more powerful. So as you're washing your windows, you imbue negative energy being washed away and positive energy only being able to come through. So yeah, burn lots of beeswax candles. I've actually started making beeswax candles now because I was I was using so many of them. I was like, I need to start probably just making my own, and it'd be a lot cheaper. So I've been doing that the last week or so. It's a lot of fun. I have tons of crystals around that I charge with positive intent and harmonious atmosphere. Lots of quartz because it's just universal. I've actually got all of my stones packed up. I had to pack them all up when we were renovating the room, so they were sad in their box all crammed up together. But having them removed from the house, you can definitely feel the difference in the energies. I was like, oh, I need to get my crystals back out and put them where they belong.
Yeah.
It's stressing me out having them up. But yeah,
Yeah,
they go ahead, sorry.
no, I was going to say, yeah, they probably miss being in their, miss you. They probably miss
Yeah,
Yeah,
you.
I bet. And I know that if you put selenite above the doors and above the windows, little pieces of selenite, that helps to raise the energy enough that you can invite in the unicorns.
Oh, that's exciting. Good to know.
Yeah,
To try
yeah,
that.
to add that in.
Teresa, have you got a question for Bridgette about?
Oh, that one. Oh, my favorite. Yeah, this is in honor of Bex Marie, who we're sending healing to. Um, what song would best describe your journey or you or what's the song that comes to mind when you think of your life?
Metallica.
Woo!
Nothing else matters.
Yes.
Can you sing a
Oh.
few bars for us? No, I
I
wouldn't ask.
love that song though. That song stops you and you have to sit and just appreciate all that it is.
Mhm.
I love that.
Great
That's
question.
awesome. Well, they love that question. We feel sorry for Bex because she's not here because
Yeah, she's
she
really
really
sick.
enjoys that question.
What's your
Aw.
song, Rhonda? Did you ever name your song? You tell
My song?
us? Yeah.
Well, it changes all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't laugh. No, I'll think of it. I tell you, and yeah, it's something by probably Neil Young. So
Woohoo.
yeah, so yeah,
I dig it. I love that.
yeah. So it's Helpless, which I used to like, because he's a
And he was
Canadian boy.
Canadian, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he still is Canadian. I don't think he changed.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he actually took his American citizenship, but maybe he did. Maybe he's got dual. I'm not quite sure. Well, thank you so much, Bridgette. And our next
Yeah.
issue of the magazine comes out, and when is the submission deadline for this
The
month?
next issue is the July issue, and I don't have a theme for that yet, but I will shortly in the next couple weeks. So it goes live July 1st with content being due on June 1st.
June
So,
1st.
be
So,
collecting those soon. And actually, I have a submission guideline that I can share with you guys. It's a little PDF if that will
Oh,
help
neat.
people.
sure, can you put that
Yes.
in the contents? And we put your email up there if people have questions, but they might later stick questions in the comments. And if you want to put at Bridgette Sloane, I'm sure she'll answer them for you as well. That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, so next week we have Sarah Lillian, sorry.
Lillian. Yeah.
My brain, sorry. Yeah, it's Sunday. Sarah Lillian, and she's on Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 PST. And coming up next, which isn't till 8 p.m. tonight, is Janelle Cameron on the Cosmic Ascension Report. Kathy Holmeyer is Nourishing Your Multidimensional Body. She's on Monday now at 6 p.m. and followed by Suzanne Gunderson at 9 p.m. Guys, every day there's something new on the Akashic Academy here. Watch it. There's usually a schedule up where your hosts are on. You can watch the replays. It's way better than watching TSN or CNN or anything, or Fox News or anything else, because we, unlike telling you all the bad news, tell you the good news, stuff that you need to live to uplift your life.
We're like
Join the
family.
Akashic Academy. Yeah, sure. Like this page, like this page, share it out to your friends. Also, if you really like what we're doing here and you want to be a part of this tribe, and please please join our secret group or the membership group, which is $44.44 a month. It's a gym membership for your soul, and you can use it. And there's so much more content and more classes inside the secret group that play every week. So it's something that's, it's less than $4 or $5 a class, which is almost less than going to Starbucks nowadays.
Yes, and more to come.
So,
More to come.
so, and there's lots more to come on that. So thank you so much for being with us, Teresa. If you got any parting words and anything going on with you, you're on which day? Now you have your
Yeah,
own.
I have my show Wednesdays. It's called Your Cosmic Support Team. And every day I just show us a little bit more about our seen and unseen cosmic support that we have all around us, because that's important to me in my life, knowing that I'm supported. And since learning from Emily how to read the Akashic Records for the first time in my life, I get it. I am supported and loved. And so I just like to share that with everyone. And then I have a master class coming out on April 22nd for all of the new empaths that are coming out. And there's so much to learn. I have a free webinar that I can send to you guys if you're interested in that. And then my class starts. It's a 4-week master class. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love it.
Yay. Thank you again for all you do, Bridgette, for the Akashic Academy magazine. Please download it. And thank you for being here and taking time out of your day. And
Absolutely. Thank
have
you
a
for having
great
me.
week ahead. And we'll be
Same to
talking to you
you.
later. So till next week, we'll see you later.